Goeiedag, good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And I'm reading into the record an article that has appeared in the Sunday Independent, the Weekend Argus, a major newspaper in South Africa, about South African Airways Technical and one, yep, you got it, Adam Vos. And this is written by Karabo Ngope and Mzolili wa Africa. The new Chief Executive of South African Airways Technical, or SAAT, was allegedly responsible for a helicopter crash that killed 10 people in Indonesia in 2011 after he ignored international aviation safety advice. Adam Vos, who served as a general manager for aviation at PT Nusa Halmara Minerals, had cut corners to save costs by changing the mining company's minimal aircrew experience and training requirements, despite repeated warnings from his supervisors that the company was now flouting aviation laws. He was employed by PT Nusa Halmara Minerals, a joint venture between Newcrest Mining Limited and PT Aneka Tambang, as a general manager responsible for aviation, to manage the helicopters that transported miners to the Gosowonga mine on the island of Halmara from 2005 until he resigned after the crash on August the 3rd, 2011. Now, previously he suggested this crash happened 2 years after he left the organization. So, according to this report by the Sunday Independent, Adam Vos is lying. Okay? And I'll put a link below to the article so you can see it for yourself. This is a guy currently heading up South African Airways Technical. He's doing all the maintenance. He's in charge of all the maintenance at all these South African Airways aircraft and a lot of other airliners coming into Oliver Tambo Airport. Now, remember, Comair, just the last couple of weeks, has said, we want nothing to do with South African Airways Technical. They've obviously got something happening on the inside. They know what's going on, and they're actually now fired South African Airways Technical. The victims of the crash, which is blamed on bad weather, included 2 South Africans. Vos allegedly failed to disclose this when he applied for a South African Airways Technical job in June. South African Airways spokesman Tiali yesterday said Vos was appointed because of his impeccable credentials, extensive experience, and an understanding of the entire airline's operation value chain, a demonstrable track record of delivering sustainable results and leading turnaround situations, and he had a strong quality, safety, commercial, and profit-orientated motivation. His appointment as South African Airways Technical will enhance management capacity to deliver on the turnaround plans. In addition, it is already providing stability and direction for South African Airways Technical at an executive level, he said. Tiali added, now this is a guy that I have invited to come and join me on a live stream with a whistleblower to sort this out, and Tiali has just said to me, basically. Okay, this is after saying I have defamed South African Airways. Tiali added that to insinuate that Vos may have been complicit in the events that led to the helicopter accident 8 years ago was defamatory and untrue. He has voluntarily provided a proper perspective to South African Airways on this matter. He said they believe there is a campaign aimed at distracting us from implementing our strategy, one intended to undermine our brand and to impugn the reputation of those associated with the company. Okay, so there you have it. That's South African Airways' official position. My earlier video, which I'll link again below, is aimed at defaming South African Airways and causing shit amongst the airline. It's got nothing to do with saying, hey guys, be careful, this airline is compromised, and their maintenance manager, or the guy, the CEO of maintenance, is also compromised based on past history. So, what does the South African Civil Aviation Authority have to say about this? But yesterday, SA Civil Aviation Authority spokesperson Papi Maja confirmed they had received a complaint against Vos regarding the accident in Indonesia. It is currently being considered, he said. According to local and Indonesian sources and mine records, including email exchanges between himself and other senior managers, Vos was warned about the dangers of his unilateral decision to change PT Nusa Halmahera's minerals safety policies at least 3 times before the helicopter crash. However, Vos introduced new safety policies which saw helicopters operating at 50% of crew capacity. In an email on the September the 28th in 2006, Vos's supervisor, John Dickinson, who was responsible for Newcrest aviation policy, warned him that your operation is in breach of our policy, or of that policy. Our corporate aviation advisors are strongly advising that we should revise our aviation operations to comply with Newcrest policy. They are advising that it is unacceptable to be flying this aircraft in the manner we are and in the area we are for the length of periods, including periods over water, of flight time, approximately 1.5 hours. I have supplied you with the advice, Dickinson said. In his response, Vos asked to be exempt from the aviation policy. Now let me repeat that. Okay, this is against the best advice of experts in aviation. In his response, Vos asked to be exempt from the aviation policy. Okay, so he's now somehow bigger than the people who know exactly what's going on. Independent media has obtained a summary of the accident report compiled by Colin Weir, a lead investigator employed by the family of one of the victims. The victim, in an email response sent through Weir, said, I spent a few years before the accident warning him that the operation was unsafe and that he needed to upgrade to a 2-crew operation with properly trained pilots and with the correct instrumentation on the aircraft. I wrote the original aviation standard for them. This standard defined exactly what they needed. However, after they had signed it, Adam Foss decided that it was too restrictive for them, and he asked for me to change it. I refused to do this, so he, in conjunction with another Newcrest safety manager, made the changes. Okay, there you go, guys. There's a lot more to this article, but you'll have to go and get your copy of the Weekend Argus, Sunday edition, to find out more. Lead story. Here it started, right here on the Loving Life channel a month ago. And this is after the South African Airways released a press release saying I was talking a load of crap. And now it's coming home to bite them. Anyway, look, I'm going to leave it that. I'm going to put my email address directly below this video. If you happen to be in the South African Airways airline industry, and you've experienced the situations where you're a pilot or you're someone in the crew who've had to go and apologize for being a racist and stuff like that, please let me know. This is called intimidation, and it needs to be resolved. And of course, we'll be watching next week with a great deal of interest when it comes to South African Airways Technical and the CEO, Adam Foss, who is now clearly in the limelight. Alright guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video, please share this video, and above all, stay safe. Bye for now.